ready?
Hands up. Here we go.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It's so good to have you with us on this beautiful Shabbat at Samo High, outdoors, under the stars. I hope that you will join us in High. Nashuva, welcome everybody, and I want to welcome everybody who's joining us from home, online, all across the world. And I'm asking all of you to come stand up as we together pray Lechunu Ranana.
Together. שנה עקוד גדול, ואומרם תוהה לבבם. 40 שנה עקוד גדול, ואומרם תוהה לבבם. 40 שנה עקוד גדול, ואומרם תוהה לבבם. 40 שנה עקוד גדול, ואומרם תוהה לבבם. לכו נרננה, לאדוני, נעיה, לצור אישנו, לצור אישנו. All right, Nashuva, just you. לכו נרננה, לאדוני, נעיה, לצור אישנו. לצור אישנו, לצור
L'chadodi is the prayer where we welcome the Sabbath bride, the very spirit of Shabbat into our lives, into our homes, into our prayer space. And each verse of L'chadodi takes us higher, higher, and higher, and higher. So please, please put the L'chadodi in your heart and pray it with us and welcome the Sabbath bride. Okay? Put your hands together.
שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה לא תבושי ולא תיקחי מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי ואני
Everybody, we're going to light the candles for Shabbat now. So really just take in the light. And if you're with us at home, light your candles now and share with us your names. And we will welcome you into our service.
melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Are you ready for your Birkat Kohanim, for your blessing?
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha Ya'er Adonai pno v'elecha v'chuneka Yisa Adonai pno v'elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Avi, my mic keeps going in and out. May God bless you and protect you. May God's very light be with you, upon you, filling you with grace. And may God's very presence be with you, filling you with peace. Amen. Amen. The Baruch Hu, please remain standing for the Baruch Hu. It's a call and response.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed.
I think we can meditate now. Are you ready to meditate? Avi, my microphone keeps going in and out.
You want to take mine for now?
Okay, we'll just do our best, Nashuva. I'm in and out. So plant your feet flat on the ground if they reach the ground. And your hands open. And close your eyes. And take a deep breath in with me. And hold it. And let it go. And another deep breath in with me. Hold it and think about anything that is blocking you that you need to release. And let it go. And one more time, think of anything that's obstructing you or weighing you down. Hold. And let it go. And now, it's your time. It's your time to pray for the light. It's your time to say whatever it is you need to say on this special Shabbat, the first Shabbat that we're together after Sukkot, and we're about to discuss what this Shabbat is all about. But it's all about new beginnings. I'll tell you that much. So allow yourself, and allow yourself to say whatever it is that you need to say to the soul of souls, your question, your hope, your prayer. And just be still with your eyes closed and breathe evenly and deeply. Take a deep breath in with me. Hold. And let it go. And one more time, a deep breath in. Hold. Hold. And let it go. And now your deepest breath in. Breathing in the peace and the light and the joy and the healing of Shabbat. And let it go. And now just keep your eyes closed, breathing in evenly and deeply as we pray the Listen Israel into Shema Yisrael.
Our God is one. Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one. Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one. Listen, Israel, Adonai, our God is one.
Take a deep breath in with your eyes closed.
Take these words and place them on your heart. Explain them to your children. Talk about them night and day. And let them permeate your home. Let your body, let your mind, your soul contain these words.
Everybody, are you ready to come into a velvet sea? Are you ready? Come up on your feet. Michamocha, it's the prayer of openings so that we can welcome this very, very special Shabbat. Are you ready?
I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting and step right in, sing. Mi chamocha, Rai Adonai. Mi chamocha, Medat HaKodesh. Torah Tehilo, Osef Eleh. Torah Tehilo, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. 1 foot, I've been waiting in the right foot, left foot. I've been waiting in the velvet. Step right into the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting, I've been waiting, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. Just our voices. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. Come on. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. Wait in the water. Wait in the velvet sea. In the velvet, in the waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the velvet sea. I've been waiting in the, I've been waiting in
Can you help me give thanks to God for the incredible members of the Nashuva band? Back with us, Ed Lemus. of Judah, our band leader, Justin Stein. Our other Lion of Judah, Jared Stein. Fino Roverado. Jake Jacobs. Jamie Pavish. Bernadette Lingle. Andrea Kay. Alulat Sadiq. And Avi Sills on sound. Okay, are you ready for a couple of words of Torah? Little Torah? Yes. Torah? Fino, get ready, okay? People get ready. Good Shabbos, Nashuva. Wow, somebody really was excited. Can I take this out, Avi? Will I still hear myself? Hello? Oh, that's not bad. So, my day started today at Hillside Cemetery as I was officiating at a funeral and burial service this morning, sanctifying the end of life. And my day is ending here tonight with you in celebrating this holy Shabbat of new life and new beginnings. Earlier this week, it was Simchat Torah, and Jews all over the world, we chanted from the Torah the very last words of the Torah, the end, about the death of Moses. And this Shabbat, this very special Shabbat, is called Shabbat Breshit, the Sabbath of new beginnings, because we start the Torah all over again from the very beginning. This Shabbat is considered a very great holy time to start something new. It's a Shabbat where you can draw strength for a new endeavor. So if you made an intention to yourself on these high holy days this year, this Shabbat can lift you higher to turn those intentions into reality. It's the Shabbat of creation, where we read from the Torah, Breshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, right? Vayomer Elohim yehi or, vayehi or. And God said, thank you. And there was light. What light was this? And God said, let there be light, and there was light. What light was this that God created? Not the sun. How do we know it wasn't the sun? Because the sun wasn't created until the fourth day of creation. So what light is this when God says, let there be light? We're taught that first light, the first light, was an eternal light. In Hebrew, the rabbis call it Or Haganuz, the hidden light, the light that God hid. It's not the light of sunrise and sunset. It's not the light of day and night. It's not the light that measures time. Days, weeks, months, years. The let there be light is a transcendent light, not connected to time at all as we know it. It's a light that operates on God's time, God's clock. It's hidden, but each one of you, each one of us, actually does have access to that light, the let there be light. Let's be clear. Your body lives on sun time. It ages. It's subject to decay, and we're all wearing masks because it's subject to illness. But your soul lives on this eternal clock. God's time, God's clock. In your life, occasionally, you're given a glimpse into this let there be light, the Or HaGanuz, the divine light, God's light. Moments when time stops. Maybe you've seen it when you behold a thing of beauty. Or when you stop, when something captures you so much that you stop looking at your watch, or most people don't wear a watch anymore. When you stop checking your phone to see what time it is. Moments of transcendence, moments of prayer, moments of community, moments in nature, moments of ecstasy. If you've had, and I'm going to say the word honor, because it is a holy honor to be at the deathbed of someone who is in the process of departing from this world, you know what time I'm talking about. It's as holy for sure as the time of the birthing bed. Something powerful and true happens, and suddenly a minute can feel like an hour, or an hour can feel like a minute. Sometimes it happens in a dream. 5 minutes of a dream can teach you a lifelong lesson. Sometimes you experience it as a sacred encounter. You meet somebody new and it feels like you've known them your entire life. And it surely happens in love. The Torah says Jacob worked for 7 years for the hand of Rachel in marriage, but they passed for him in a split second because of his deep love for her. When you're doing something true to your soul, time becomes irrelevant. We begin living in the hidden, holy, let there be light, eternal time, where past, present, and future all intersect, where God's call from the past still echoes in our ears, where the light of deceased relatives continues to shine in us from the place of eternity. When joyous moments from the past continue to bring us joy right now. It was Simchat Torah, or, if you're from Borough Park, let's just call it Simchas Torah. It was Simchas Torah this week. And I remember when our kids were in high school, we would go shul hopping, trying to kind of find the sweet spot of Simchat Torah. And I would tell my kids what it was like when I was growing up in Borough Park. I grew up in this neighborhood. If you've ever seen the show Shtisel, that's what my neighborhood was like. It was 100% Hasidic, except for us. And on Simchat Torah, for a mile, they had police barricades, and everybody would flow into the streets dancing with Torahs. And in our house, my parents would take out the furniture, and we would open up the doors every single year, and there would be hundreds upon hundreds of people in our house singing and dancing. And I told my kids that it's so hard to replicate that high that I grew up with, that every year Simchas Torah is such a bummer. And I said to my kids, where are we going to go this year? And Adi looked at me and he said, let's go there, to the place you described. I said, yeah, Adi, let's get in the car and we can just drive to my childhood home in Brooklyn. Nashuva. Shabbat is the perfect example of let's go there. Every week we're given the gift of time stops. Every week we're given the gift of, hey, let's just go to Eden. Hey, I have an idea. Let's go to God's house. If you want to. If you want to, email stops. If you want to, texting stops. If you want to, routine stops. If you want to, work stops. Such a huge relief. You can move from creating the world back to the creation of the world. And every single one of us has access to that hidden, let there be light, to a place of eternity. A different kind of sun that can't age you or give you skin cancer. It's living inside of us. Shabbat is that magical time of transcendence. And like I've said to you a million times, you don't need to go to the Grand Canyon to find it. All you need to do is light your candles and step out of time as we know it into God's time. This is the Shabbat for new beginnings. The Shabbat where we can turn intention into action. The Shabbat of a new kind of sun is waiting for us, waiting to shine on you. The let there be light, Nashuva, in God's time. Always available to us in God's time. Shabbat Shalom. Let there be light. Let there be light. It's a new kind of sun, Vino.